yes, that's good, but imagine if it was something super creative. Or if it was something that it was a last-ditch attempt to try and get the Doctor to stay. Because it fell in love with the Doctor whenever she said, you want someone that's seen the universe and everything like that. So imagine if it was its last sort of chance saloon to get the Doctor to stay there, it would have turned itself into Susan. Or it would have turned itself into, well, obviously we can't do Sarah Jane anymore, Joe Grant, or it would have turned itself into any other
But that's
companion.
the same with the idea that I had said to you was that because it tries its best, but it keeps it keeps going through all the different memories of the Doctor. It forms to one person and forms another person.
It would kind of be like, do you know that episode Let's Kill Hitler, where the Doctor's poisoned and he goes into the TARDIS and he's like, show me a familiar face. And brings up Rose, Martha, Donna, and he's like, no, guilt, more guilt.
Yeah.
Like if they did something like that.
Yeah.
Or if the Doctor, like if it finally settled on Carol Ann Ford as Susan, the Doctor's granddaughter, if it settled on that would have made so much more sense, because you had that line in the first episode where she's talking about her family.
Yeah.
And she's talking about how I lost them a long time ago, but I still keep them with me in my heart and in everything I do, and yada, yada, yada. That would have made sense. Yeah. But the Doctor immediately sees through it and goes, well, I know you're not Susan. Stop doing this.
It would have been even better if that part where the Doctor's went, stop, this isn't fair.
Yeah.
This is like, it's cutting her date, basically, you know. That would have been nice to see.
So as it stands, I like the idea in theory. In execution, not as much. Yeah. Because it wasn't creative enough. Imagine if it was something really bizarre and really out there, or if it was something from the Doctor's past. I would have appreciated that way more.
I would have liked if it had to just give up. Like, yeah, have the frog for a bit and then realise, oh, okay, I can't fool you, and turn into its normal form. Yeah. You know, but it was madness. That's what I'll say. And I went back and watched it the second time, thought, you know, a bit more open-minded, same result. It just did not hit for me. So
fair enough. No, I think it's more. I like the idea behind it more than the episode itself. Yeah, and that's why you give it such a high score, because there are little moments of genius in there.
Oh, they are, yeah.
But it just didn't reach its full potential enough for me to give it a 5 out of 5. That's why I bumped the score down, because it was like, if we had more time with Ryan and Grace, or even if we had a scene with Ryan and Grace,
yeah, that would have
we
made
didn't
sense.
get that.
No.
And again, there's that bit at the end of the episode where Ryan finally calls Graham Grandad. And yeah,
that's it.
that was a nice little moment, but imagine had it been done the way I said in the spoilerific review. Yeah. Where it was like, Graham refuses to leave this place. Ryan finally gets through and goes, that's not my gran. I would know her anywhere. That's not her. And he's like, but no, I have to stay with her. This is the love of my life, and blah, blah, blah. And Ryan goes, Grandad, it's not real. This is real. Come back with us. Yeah. And that's what snaps him out of it. Yeah. And because they've been building it up and building it up and building it up.
No payoff.
And, well, yeah, slight payoff.
Sort of, but I mean, like, it would have been better if it had been a full one. Like.
It was to give Graham a bit of catharsis after what he'd been through. And I get why they did it that way. But if it were me in charge, and like even in the comment section, people were going like, oh my God, that would have been amazing. So I know I'm not alone on this. Where you're building it up and building it up and building it up. How awesome of a payoff would that have been?
That would have been brilliant.
If Ryan had finally called him Grandad to snap him out of this falsehood and bring him back to the real world. Yeah.
But
here's the thing, though. Had it been like a David Tennant episode or written by Russell T Davies or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that would.
That's exactly how it would have went down.
Yeah. Yeah, and another thing that made me disappointed with this episode was this is meant to be the one that hypes up the finale. There's always these episodes that it hypes up the last episode, the grand finale, and nothing.
But here's the worst thing, though. You can't do that whenever they're all standalone episodes.
I think I'm just too used to
we had the same problem with Matt Smith.
Yeah.
We had the same problem with Series 6 of Matt Smith's, where wasn't that the Cyberman one where
he was in the
James
flat.
Corden?
Yeah.
And it was like, what? This doesn't sound... And then the finale itself felt so rushed and all over the place because they had to do everything and tie up an entire series worth of plots within one episode. Yeah. It made no sense.
I think I'm just used to the good old Doctor Who days where there's like grand finales and payoff episodes.
Do you know the bit that sort of really, really got me? Is in the episode review we end up talking about the Vashta Narada, the David Tennant episode.
Oh, yes.
In the comment section, some guy went, it's so great to see you both reminisce about classic episodes of Doctor Who and actually enjoy talking about them, versus when you're talking about this series and it almost feels like you're trying to be positive.
Yes. I couldn't have said better myself.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that sums it up, yeah. Fair play, someone actually knowing that.
So that's Doctor Who.
Yeah, we've got one more episode.
Any more madness in your reality at the moment?
Getting just Weldor came.
Oh, awesome.
And it's all in wonderful glory. So the next stage is to start testing out the motors, which hopefully might be tomorrow, and see if they work. I said and have a bit of fun with that. The only other thing really is basically looking forward to doing with the Ant-Man Anarchy. That's the other thing.
Yeah, I'll finally get that cut together. So hopefully by this time tomorrow it'll be online. And if it's not, God help us all.
There'll be a video going, "We're sorry, we failed you."
There's 102.4 Bounce FM, and you are following the nerd. I'm Saxon.
And I am too, Penny.
Oh, dear Lord. Help us. So we're going to play some tunes and we'll be right back talking about the Avengers 4 trailer.
What?
Yeah, Avengers 4 and its super awesome title and stuff that all got revealed because they said they were going to reveal it yesterday night. So we got it and it's amazing and it's so awesome, so super cool. Stay tuned. We're going to play some music. We're going to be right back after this, you guys. Seriously. It's going to be awesome. Wah. DJs.
Hey, this is Laura Summer. I kept the firehouse hot as Janine Melnitz in The Real Ghostbusters, and I'm following the nerd.
Hi, it's Johnny C. McGinley from Stand Against Evil. You are following the nerds.
Robbie Williams, Let Me Entertain You, closely followed there by The Cure with Friday, I'm in Love. We love a bit of Robert Smith here on Following the Nerd, don't we?
Oh, we do.
Yeah, Disintegration, hashtag best album ever. And also tomorrow's Friday, so that's good, isn't it, for all
Yay.
you loveless peons out there. Anyway.
Always a job with you. You can never give a nice thing.
This is 102.4 Bounce FM, and you are following the nerd. And we're talking the Avengers 4 trailer. It was super awesome. Last time we left all of our lovable heroes, they were turned into ash, and we can't wait to see the resolution. And on Wednesday, Marvel finally released the trailer. We're going to play a little clip from it right now. This is epic. Hold on to your seats. Oh, no, that's right. We can't because they didn't release it.
Yeah,
But in all fairness, though, they had a good reason for not releasing it.
Right.
Because President George H.W. Bush passed away this week. Which is very sad for all of he was a Republican, wasn't he?
I think so.
I don't know, don't ask me about politics, but for all the Republicans out there, it was a very, very sad, very mournful day. The funeral looked fantastic, though, I will say that. They gave him a right good send-off, because I was editing the World News story on it last night. Everyone was there, even Jimmy Carter.
Really?
Rose from... oh, wait, he's still alive. But even Jimmy Carter was there.
Oh, my God.
His son was there. Clinton and his wife was there, as was Barack and Michelle, and of course Trump and Ivanka was there too.
Oh my God.
So it was a real nice proper send-off for him, and out of respect for the fact that President Bush had passed away, Marvel decided not to release the trailer. Because, I mean, you can imagine how that would go down.
Yeah.
Like, the world mourns for a fallen former president of the United States of America. And then, meanwhile, a movie studio company in America releases what has to be one of the most anticipated trailers of the decade.
Yeah.
In Avengers 4. And so you would have news stories where it's like, President George Bush has passed away. Oh, and here's the Avengers 4 trailer! Rah!
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of it's a tough time. It's a tough time for America. So they've held that off, and we're getting it tomorrow instead for the Avengers 4 trailer. Tomorrow we were initially supposed to get the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home.
But that's been moved.
That's been moved to Saturday now.
Oh, okay.
So, depending on when you listen to this, because obviously it's going out live now, you'll be listening to it as a podcast. And by then, all of this will be meaningless anyway, because you'll be listening to it going like, well, hang on, man, we've seen the Avengers 4 trailer. It was mad. My head exploded. It was great.
Our heads exploded too.
Yes, it was class. It was fantastic. There was eyeballs shooting across the room. It was amazing. So we didn't get it on Wednesday. But what we did get, because this was supposed to be Marvel's big week.
Okay.
Because at December time, you get a lot of trailers coming out to hype you up for the next year.
Yeah.
The next big sort of summer tentpole series of movies. So on Monday, as planned, they released the Captain Marvel trailer, which is the new Captain Marvel trailer 2. And then on Wednesday, it was supposed to be Avengers, Friday, Spider-Man, and a whole big week. And of course, the new Avengers game
Oh.
that's on the way, which we haven't heard anything about in 2 years.
2
since
years?
its announcement trailer. And the announcement trailer was like, Iron Man's helmet, Thor's hammer, Captain America's shield, and that sort of thing, all lying in rubble.
Yeah.
And it's like, become an Avenger and blah, blah, blah. No gameplay footage, nothing like that. It was just that, and it said assembling soon or whatever. That was 2 years ago that was released. And we haven't heard a thing from it since, but apparently this week we were supposed to be getting a proper big full trailer of what it is, what you can do it, because we don't know anything about this game. Like, is it a third-person game? Is it an online game? Is it, just a standard console release or whatever?
Yeah.
So we're hopefully going to get something from that this week, and we didn't. So realistically, for Marvel's big week, all we've gotten is the Captain Marvel trailer.
I feel sorry for them.
Thus far. But again, understandable circumstances
That is true.
in which what has basically meant that they couldn't show any of it. So Monday, Captain Marvel trailer landed. I've got to say, I don't know what is going on with this movie at all. Because
Right.
you think of a Marvel trailer, it's basically like a big sort of, I don't know, it's like a music video almost. Because they pick a really old obscure song and they add the shuddas onto it. And it turns it into this big sort of epic thing, and like it's all kind of cut together in time with the music, and it's awesome, and it makes you go, "Oh, I can't wait to see this." I don't know what's going on with Captain Marvel.
What?
I think these trailers are bland.
Really?
They're so dull, and I don't know why. Like, I mean, yeah, they're good trailers,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be one of the first people there opening night to see it. But
Did it get you excited for it, or
it gets me excited, but it doesn't get me hopping around the room excited. Like, even with Ant-Man and the Wasp, they did this great thing where they used, I forget the name of the song now, by Adam and the Ants.
yes,
Ant
yes.
Invasion by
Yeah.
Adam and the Ants. Dun 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 dun. Bow.
Yeah,
I
and
was like, oh, that's really cool, and made me want to go see it. Speaking of which, I picked up the Blu-ray this week as well. And it has a great commentary by the director, which I'm currently bashing through at the moment. I love me a commentary. Also, while we're talking about that, special shout out to Valverde Broadcasting.
Yes.
Because they brought back their audio commentaries. They did an audio commentary for Star Trek Beyond. It's hilarious. If you like Star Trek, if you like laughing your backside clean off you, get yourself over to Valverde Broadcasting and have a listen to it. Because that's what I did in the 5 seconds
I
spare
did
this
that,
week.
but I messed it up. You watched along
I
with it.
synced it up with
I
the movie.
didn't. I was there just listening to it.
That's because, Anthony, you're a special boy.
I am.
But yes. So the Captain Marvel trailer, it's quite sort of standard trailer for... we have the sort of dramatic kind of orchestral music, the sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, trailers have evolved since then. What are you doing? I mean, it looks great, don't get me wrong.
No, it does, yeah.
The sight of Captain Marvel punching an elderly woman on a train.
Oh, and then the elderly one backflipping all around the place. It's like,
brilliant.
what is this?
Brilliant. I will take that. Yes, please. They've introduced her cat, who is called Chewie in the comics, but they've changed it to Goose for the movies. Because instead of it being Chewie being a reference to Chewbacca from Star Wars, they've now changed it so Goose, which is a reference to Val Kilmer's character in Top Gun. Because obviously Carl Danvers, she's a pilot.
yeah.
So we got the trailer that landed on Monday there, and I have a little sort of studio kind of blurb thing that I hate reading out on air, but I'll do it anyway because I want to talk about this. So, according to them, the film sidesteps the traditional origin story template, and when it begins, Carol Danvers already has her powers. She's left her earthly life behind to join an elite military team, Star Force, on the Kree planet of Hala. Its members include Carol, Korath, who was Jaimon Honsu in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, cool.
And Minerva. So, higher, further, faster. The trailer for Marvel Studios' Captain America is out now, and the movie itself will be coming on March 8th, 2019. So, what they're saying there is, when the movie starts, she already has her powers.
Yeah.
Yet in the trailers, both trailers now, we've seen her as a little girl. We've seen her as a teenager.
Oh, yeah,
We've seen her when she was an Air Force pilot. So what I'm getting from this is, it'll start with her as her powers, but she's no memory of being from Earth. In fact, if you watch the trailer closely, you'll see she's referred to, when she's working with the Kree, she's called Vers. V-E-R-S. Which I'm guessing something happens to her uniform or her dog tags that get snapped in half. So instead of it saying Danvers, it just says Vers. And that's the only thing they know her by, so they call her Vers. and they infuse her with Cree blood or whatever it is that gives her